Hello students, today's topic is cancer. As per the definition, cancer is an abnormal and uncontrolled mitotic division of cells. Due to uncontrolled mitotic division, the cells grows in size and it invades the surrounding tissue. Due to invading in nature, it destroys all that tissue. The study of cancer is known as oncology, and the gene which causes the cancer is known as oncogenes. Then now come to a new term, that is tumor. The uncontrolled mitotic division is due to loss of regulation in the growth of the cells, and the cells grow in an uncontrolled manner and forms a cluster of mass, and that cluster of mass is called tumor. Now come to a new point, that is cancer comes from a Greek word, that is crab, and tumor comes from a Latin word, that is tumeri, or to swell. Tumor is also known as neoplasm. Neoplasm also comes from a Greek word, that is neos means new and plasma means formation. Before going to our cancer topic, we have to know about the characteristics of normal cell. That's why we have to know all the characteristics of a normal cell, for which we can understand the abnormal and uncontrolled mitotic division. The first characteristic is the normal cells have a definite lifespan. Then the normal cells remain attached or adhered to each other. Due to adhering with the neighboring cells, they inhibit the uncontrolled growth. This property is known as contact inhibition. Contact inhibition is the most important property of a normal cell, which is not present in cancerous cell. Now come to the third characteristic. The cell divide in a regulated manner. Already we knew about the cell division like mitotic and meiotic division, but in case of the cancerous cell, the mitotic division occurs. The nucleus of normal cell has normal shape and size, and the normal cells have normal growth control mechanism also. Now come to the section types of tumor. There are two types of tumors. First one is benign tumor, second one is malignant tumor. Now come to the first one, benign tumor. It is also known as non-malignant tumor or non-cancerous tumor because it remains confined to a specific site where it is originated. It is also encapsulated or enclosed by capsule of connective tissue. Due to the capsule of connective tissue, it doesn't spread to the other parts of the body, so it causes limited damage to the body. The growth rate of benign tumor is very much slow, so there is no latent period. Here, the new term is our latent period. Latent period means there is no symptoms of tumor when the person is infected. The benign tumor causes discomfort or pain. The benign tumor also sometimes become malignant tumor. Due to this property, they are removed when they are discovered. Now come to our second type of tumor, that is malignant tumor. In case of malignant tumor, the growth rate of this tumor is very much slow in the first period, and there is also no symptoms of tumor. It grows faster in later period. This type of tumor is cancerous type, so it has latent stage. Another important part of a malignant tumor is it is not encapsulated, so the tumor cells breaks off and reach the other parts of the body through blood vessel or limb. There they form secondary tumor. This phenomenon is known as metastasis. Now come to our next section, that is characteristic of cancer cells. The cancer cells continue to divide repeatedly, so there is no control over their cell division. And due to this, cell death is inhibited. In cancerous cell, the number of lysosome increases, but the number of mitochondria cristae becomes fewer. More melanin and cellular debris present in the cytoplasm. The nucleus becomes irregular with abundant granule. and the most important property is metastasis is seen. Now our next segment is types of cancer. Cancers are classified on the basis of their tissue. Generally, there are 4 kinds. First is carcinoma, second is melanoma, third is sarcoma, fourth is leukemia and lymphoma. The first one, which is carcinoma. Carcinoma concerns with cancer of epithelial tissue like skin, glands, lung, pancreas, stomach, mouth, throat, etc. About 80% all of the tumors are carcinoma. Next is our melanomas. Melanomas are the cancers of melanocyte or skin. The third one is sarcoma. Which is the cancer of connective tissue and muscles. For example, osteoma is a cancer of bone, lipoma is the cancer of adipose tissue, myoma is the cancer of muscles. Now the fourth one is leukemias and lymphoma. They are the cancer of hemopoietic cells. Leukemia is the cancer of blood, which is characterized by abnormal increase in the WBC count or white blood cells count. Next is lymphoma. Lymphoma is the cancer of lymph gland and cancer. The agent which cause cancer is called carcinogen. It may be chemical, physical or biological. First one is physical agent. In physical agent, radiation is included. It contains ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation includes X-ray, gamma rays. Non-ionizing radiation includes UV rays. Both contains DNA damage, which leads to neoplastic transformation or leads to form cancer. Now the next one is chemical agent. The chemical agents are also known as chemical carcinogen, which are present in tobacco, also in many drugs. It leads to lung cancer or mouth cancer. The third one is biological agent. Some biological agent like some viruses causes cancer. They are called oncogenic virus. They contain gene which is known as viral oncogene. In normal cell, some cellular oncogenes or proto-oncogenes are present. In adverse condition or in certain condition, they lead to form oncogenic transformation of cell. Oncogenic transformation of cell means they become cancerous. In normal cell, tumor suppressor genes are also present. The role of tumor suppressor gene is to prevent the malignant tumor. But if mutation occurs, it also develops into cancer. One example of tumor suppressor gene is P53. Now come to our next part, that is symptoms of cancer. The symptoms are unusual loss of weight, any wound present in body that doesn't heal, unusual bleeding, change in bowel habit or change in digestive habit, persistent indigestion, loss of appetite, change in voice, swelling that doesn't get better, persistent cough in smoker, a hard area present in breast, difficulty in swallowing, etc. Now, the diagnosis of cancer. The diagnosis includes biopsy, CT scan, mammography, pap test, blood and bone marrow test also. First one is biopsy. In biopsy, a piece of suspected tissue is cut from the area. Then it converts into thin section and that section are examined under the microscope. Next one is CT scan or computed tomography and MRI, that is magnetic resonance imaging. It is also useful to see the 3D images of internal organs which can explain if cancer is present or not. Third one is mammography. Mammography is a radiographic examination to detect breast cancer. Next is the pap test. It is used to detect cancer in cervix. Cervix is a female reproductive part. Now, the last is blood and bone marrow test, which are conducted to know the cell count. Now, our next segment is treatment of cancer. There are various types of treatment. First one is surgery. If benign tumors are found, they are removed by surgery. Next is radiotherapy or radiation therapy. Tumor cells are irradiated to protect normal tissue present around tumor mass. Then next is chemotherapy. Some chemotherapeutic drugs are used to kill cancerous cells. The last one is the immunotherapy. In immunotherapy, biological response modifier are used. One example of biological response modifier is alpha interferon. Thank you.